cause lag, then the immersion person disconnects and we just have someone stream so they can see it in real time.
Makes sense.
Good idea. You can give me mana.
Damn.
If you can give
I
me
don't-
mana on the first turn, that'd be lovely. I'm gonna have to spend 25 of it.
What is ominous ones? At the beginning of an encounter, apply deterioration to yourself till the encounter ends, or it's the spell's almost.
Am I behind Blair?
Okay.
Is that where my character is?
Okay, so I put in Dragon Slayer, so I get when performed
I
against
forgot there were characters on the map.
dragons.
I just say Bahamut's model is so fucking cool.
I know.
Yeah, it's gonna murder us soon.
10.
Nope. not bigger than
Intimidation
that.
factor of 11.
Can I, when I roll on him, since I have 2 out of 5 of Dragon Slayer, can I just add 10 to the modifier? Or do you want me to just make a second roll thing?
Making a second roll thing would be easier for you. As long as you remember to add it, then I'm fine.
Okay. Let me.
It's easier for you. I don't mind either
Yeah.
way.
It's just I'm worried I'm gonna get confused. Oh.
Alright, before we engage.
Alright, so the last time we left the party, so that means that this party would have engaged the dragon after the other party had already traveled up to the top and have engaged X-Death. As the party looks up to the remnants of the ruins that are in this forest, they'll see just a quiet mountaintop cliff line. Whatever battle is going on between the first wave of Warriors of Light and X-Death seems to be quiet. It's possible that the boss pulled a teleport to an arena move that these bosses like to do. Hard to tell. You can't really tell from down here. And right now, you don't really care because as you guys arrive on Nova, the first sight you see after looking for your allies is the great worm, the great dragon Bahamut, in the air, facing the other way, not this way. Hello, turn. Thank you. In the air, facing a mage that is wielding fire and just launching huge lobs of Novan energy into the dragon. The dragon seems to swat these away like flies and fires back with his own salvo of energy. This energy looking much more corrupted than what you're used to Bahamut using. It seems that already, after 4 hours of fighting, Aman looks weathered. He's not completely defeated, but he looks tired. And quite frankly, you can visibly see him struggling to stay kept. He's just kind of like fixing his clothes and just kind of like flipping his shawl over his shoulder as Bahamut throws out another salvo, and he's forced to use his Lunarian magic to dispel it. You know not the mage that you fight against. It's so tiring. Since when did you get this strong? Last time I saw you, you were this high. This high? And you'll see him just kind of reach down with an open palm and just kind of like right above his knee.
That is Travas's dad, indeed. Benjamin, how'd you know? Yes, the similarities are uncanny. The personality matches very well.
As flashes of light appear in the valley below, Amon will look and just kind of spread out his arms impatiently. Is this the schedule of the famed Warriors of Light? You could have shown up like 4 hours ago.
I
I'm
lost my
sorry.
squirrel.
We got here as quick as we could. I assume that the Zoldarian fleets are not as fast as just a pure dragon.
The Zoldarian fleets would have no reason to be here, my dragoon lady.
It is what
Between
help.
you and I, the Emperor has no need for such conflicts. And besides, we're not even in Zoldarian borders.
I mean, an unmarked ship would be helpful, would it not?
Fireball! As he's talking to you, Bahamut will turn, rear open his maw, and fire a big orb of energy at all of you. A mega flare just kind of travels through the air, about to collide into all 4 of you. As you hear Amon yell out "Fireball," and he reaches out with both of his hands, and a barrier just kind of appears above the party and deflects the blast. Yeah, why do those hurt so much? Yeah, not the whelp I remember. Well, Warriors of Light are here, so I'm going to take a 5-er, if you don't mind.
Okay, while Blair is talking to Amon about the incoming ships and unmarked ships and all that, Benjamin approaches Blaze, seeing he's badly wounded, and he is going to use his blue magic with the knowledge of anatomy and evolution and many bodies he dissected to the state. He's going to use Animancy to heal Blaze.
Animancy. Let me go look at my description for Animancy. Can you use Animancy to heal?
It's my Mancy for Shaman, so
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but it's based in, where is it? Magical manipulation on this scale. The ability to commune with spirits or echoes of vanquished fiends, channel their imperative to survive. Okay. Healer mend wounds. Oh, never mind. I already thought of this, apparently. Okay, good job, past Steph.
yay, past Steph.
He's done it again.
Okay.
That son of a bitch. Son of a bitch has
alright.
got him.
Okay, you turn and start to commune with the fallen spirits of the fiends here, and there are a lot. In the ensuing battle with Amon, most of the wildlife in this area has been consumed in either dragon fire or pyromancy flame.
30.
Another forest sacrifice to
I need to
pyromancers.
I need to bring in. Who are you on step by with? Barrelin?
Barrelin.
Okay. I need to bring in Barrelin. 1 second.
That's fine because I'm
Can
trying to put
you-
in all this stuff.
Oh my god.
Barrelin would like to roll to assist. What he's going to do is assist with healing Blaze. What he's going to do is he's going to make like a paste made of earth, like very clean earth, and put in his wounds and kind of harden it to create a temporary, like, you know how they use like smear paste to heal things, and
Like
he's
a
just
quick
basically to
clot?
do that. It's going to be like
Oh,
to
shit.
help
I think I
clot
did that.
wounds and stop them from bleeding and reinforce any injuries that he has.
If I put this here, can you move it?
Edit action.
Yep.
All right. Well, there you go. You have an unlinked character. So, like I said,
Strength.
you cannot help in combat.
Okay. Yeah. So he's gonna make a paste out of fine sand that he pulls out of the ground, and use that to help staunch the bleeding on Blaze, as well as if there are any unset, like broken bones or any like sprains or anything, he's going to form a an earthen cast of sorts to aid in the recovery of that limb or
Oh,
bone
shit.
or whatever.
Got this one too.
Damn. Okay, I don't mind that. Geomancy on its own cannot be used to heal, but in the way that Rick just described it, it could be used to empower an already existing healing roll. So let's roll the Geomancy first to see how much it empowers the Animancy roll.
Benjamin will look at
5.
Barrelin and be like, "Ha!
Oh.
We're working together again. At least we don't have to
Fine.
make up some abs this time."
I'm just surprised it's not Keras this time.
10.
What the fuck did I do? What?
Benjamin is too. It's okay.
Get your back blown out for the 38th time.
2. 5.
If someone had built me better, it wouldn't happen so often.
Upon hearing her brother griping about his healing and rebuilding, she'll just turn to him and she'll say, "Just be thankful you're still here."
Very thankful, sister. It's been fucking years, and I haven't seen you in forever, and you bring me to the goddamn Bahamut fight.
Do you not want to
Giant
free
mega flare falls out
Amaterasu?
of the sky while you guys are talking and tries to hit you again, and you'll hear Amon just kind of yell out, "Hell, mega flare!" And he'll just kind of throw out another barrier, and as he throws out this barrier, the magic fired by the mega flare will just kind of shift, absorb into his left hand, and he'll throw it out and he'll yell out, "Counter mega flare!"
I love this guy.
And then as he fires it, it'll, because it's made from void energy, it'll just kind of poof in the air and do nothing. And then
Oh,
you'll
no.
see him just kind of hesitate with his arms stretched out, and he'll say, "I swear that never happens."
Performance issues, of course.
Oh, that's what Star would say. I can't say it on Blair, so I'm glad you said it.
I think Keras is like performance issues, huh?
Isn't there some rule somewhere about you being 5?
Not anymore.
Yes. As soon as the Geomancer is done, I'll require his aid while you take on the Dragon King.
Of course. I'm here to observe and direct, not participate.
As Bahamut hovers in the air, he readies another blast, does not fire. Let's see the results of the... Okay, Geomancy, now I need an Animancy roll.
Okay, I was just waiting for.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not making Bahamut fire because you're taking, like, X amount of time to roll. That's not how this works. Okay, cool. That means the value will be, since it is helping, I'm not going to take an average. What I'm going to do is make the value additive.
If I'll be honest, Blair, I wouldn't miss this fight for the fucking world.
Of
Blaze,
course.
75% of your wounds are healed.
Oh,
Assuming you can make the calculations yourself.
yes, of course.
Cool, awesome.
Barrelin.
any-
We always make the best healing
of course.
partners.
Do you have any
True.
Z, do you have any Z potions, man?
I do. I'll be
Okay. You sure?
Just keep the.
The dragon will snarl at Amon as he blocks and tries to fire the dragon's energy back at it. It doesn't seem like the dragon is capable of coherent speech or thought. Its eyes glow with a very eerie, milky white that you are used to seeing on creatures almost fully possessed by Zodiark. As the dragon looks at Amon, Amon will take the cloak that he has off of his right shoulder, and he'll hold it out like a matador's blanket, cape. And as he does that, he'll be like, "Over here, big guy." As he does so, Bahamut will rear back another mega flare, and as he's doing that, Amon will just kind of stand straight up, just kind of look left and right, and just dip into the tree line and dive for his life.
Blaze will take in a huge breath of air. Just. Oh, oh, it feels so good to breathe again. Oh, and is that Novan air? Oh, it tastes like home.
Were you holding your breath this whole time?
No, I just had 2 collapsed lungs.
Oh,
As he dives for his life, the Mega Flare will collide into the cliff line, sending pieces of rock flying everywhere. You guys don't know where Amon is, but you'll hear his voice. Engage the dragon!
All right,
Ben-
he needs my help,
Blair,
just like we talked about on the way here. Good luck, soldiers.
Blair will nod and she'll say, "Let's get this party started, shall we?" And Steph, make the sound.
Okay.
Can I consume this?
An eerie silence will just kind of fall onto the battlefield.
Everyone's spread out.
As Berlin heads over to this cliff line and they prepare to engage, as they engage Bahamut, Berlin is going to try and find Amon. And what he wants to do is along this cliff line, in an area somewhat shrouded by trees, he's going to create, try to craft a shelter, like a small shelter, of like that's like a half dome, like split vertically, made of like a crystalline lattice structure that would be effective at deflecting energy, to give Amon a safe place to rest while they're fighting, that if there's any stray blasts that fire off, they would hit the dome and the energy would be diverted around the dome instead of into it.
Okay. As you make this little dome, Amon will just kind of scramble to go inside of it.
Benjamin,
Would you believe it's raining fireballs out there? I'm so funny.
Benjamin,
Shit. I forgot. They're probably gonna want to try and save it. Do I have enough magic? Amon will rub both of his hands together and will hold his palms clasped together after rubbing 3 or 4 times. As he does so, Berylin, you'll see his eyes just kind of glow with a pale red color as he tries to dispel the Lunarian runes on this battlefield.
Oh, fuck.
Hey there, big guy. Let me know if you need a hand with anything.
The runes appear on the battlefield. There is a description on one of them.
Void-based radiation seems to try to disrupt.
null rune.
All attempts to manipulate magic. Due to the nature of this, all your attempts to manipulate try to self-improve senses.
Yeah, that's all I have left. If he fires something over here, it'll be up to you. Otherwise, I go into the loving embrace of Spiritus.
Don't worry. You rest up.
Base radiation seems to shut this room.
As that occurs, the party will hear just kind of a very slight whooshing sound as a wind descends on the battlefield, whereas the battlefield was still before. As the wind descends on the battlefield, the party will hear a voice. Manipulating Lunarian magic, it changes nothing. My magic is older. My magic stems from my father. The dragon will wither away before you break my hold over him.
Ooh,
Is that Pelennor?
Eleanor.
Yep.
Back again, eh, Eleanor?
Back again. I will follow you all into the ends of the earth.
Oh, just like Benjamin.
feel a call to you all.
Well then. as Blaze draws his gunblade and looks towards Bahamut. I'm going to have to teach you to stop underestimating us.
Pelennor will look on silently as the party engages Bahamut. Roll initiative.
Okay, but do I get to?
You can't activate limit breaks until combat has begun.
Ah.
So
Eh.
you need to roll initiative, but you can start with a bang if you want. Yes. All right, now limit break.
Okay, I have a question about Bahamut. The purple, are those like openings in his scales, or is it like Lunarian or Pelennor? Like, what is it?
The purple on his body,
Yeah.
inner power just kind of radiating through like energy.
I mean, is it gaps between the scales and stuff like that?
Yes, I'd say yes. That
Okay.
being said, the gaps are not weaknesses. They look
Yeah,
more
yeah.
like a crystal substance. Probably crystallized void radiation.
Yeah. Okay. So Blair is going to, when she's doing her thing and gay-bulging, she's going to aim for that spot to break through. Okay? Yeah?
For the crystal in his chest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Blair, at the start of this, we roll initiative. She's gonna jump in the air, and then you're gonna hear the limit break. And as she comes down, you're just gonna hear her shout, "Oh, goddess of the sun, hear my call. Join us in the heat of battle. Latch onto those whom your daughter has chosen and free yourself from this prison. Help my brother who has been consumed by the void." And she will just stab straight in there. And then as she lands, she will tell Keras, "Free Amaterasu," and will point to there because she knows that he has the connection to her.
Okay.
I need an athletics check from Blair. Since we're doing this out of combat or like semi in between, I want to know how strong this Gaewolg is.
Is it a save or just like a normal athletic?
A normal athletics check.
Yeah.
Then I will see if Keras senses anything.
40.
All right, as her spear is launched from her hand and collides with the crystal in Bahamut's chest, the creature will let out a deafening roar that will shake the very cliff lines all around you. As the creature roars out onto the valley, for the briefest moment, you'll sense the power of the sun in the area. And then quickly the power will become enveloped again, shrouded, almost muted behind layers and layers and layers of darkness.
He's not.
As you feel Amaterasu's power, however, you'll be inspired. Thanks to Blair's attempt to show Amaterasu that there are those on the outside that are attempting to free her. Amaterasu will bestow one of her disciples with a blessing. Roll a d10 and gain that many charges to your limit break, Keras.
Hey, fuck yes. 5.
Nice.
That's legit. That's good.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As you finish your limit break, Blair, Bahamut will lay pale, glowing white eyes on you as combat begins.
We're gonna have to strip him clean.
And Blair will just look and say, "If you must, take the eyes so he cannot see."
I'll burn them out of him.
Jeez, gotta pull a Mustang.
While they are
what?
discussing.
Roy Mustang.
Full
What's
Yeah,
that?
with the from Fullmetal Alchemist when he burned the hell out of freaking Envy.
Yeah,
I've never
Envy.
seen it.
It's really good.
Wow.
Okay, now I
Um,
can roll that.
when the roar is finally over, you will see Benjamin pull parts of his beards out of his ears that he kind of uses a
Stuffing?
earplug, and he will uncover Benjamin's ears with his hands. The bird. It's like, Benjamin, I know you're a strong warrior, but maybe you should go help the geomancer. He doesn't know what he's doing with healing, anyways. Just go help him supervise. Supervise. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Wait, did I do this wrong? Oh,
And he will send the bird Benjamin to Berlin.
uh-oh.
Yes, that bird. He goes to Berlin.
The bird Benjamin flies over into their mud hut and will rest on Berylyn's shoulder. As that happens, Amon will look at the bird and will just kind of look at Berylyn. Really?
Really, what? Oh, there's a bird.
The bird will just kind of stare at you and tilt its head.
Oh, whatever.
Is this bird just catching up? Is this bird the same bird from Shadowbringers? That one bird that always fucking appears?
Spoonbill?
Yeah.
Duckbill.
Now it is.
Shoebill. Shoebill.
The she-will.
Is it that bird specifically?
It wasn't before, but now it is.
Amon will just kind of lean in and poke at the bird. As he pokes at the bird, it'll tweet at him irritatingly.
Wait a minute. You're Benjamin, aren't you? One of the many.
The bird will
Do-
spread its wings and tweet.
Do me a favor. This man needs some mana. Can you search around for some mana berries? I'm gonna try and put together a potion or something.
The bird will salute and fly off.
Oh,
As it salutes and flies off, Amon will just kind of facepalm. It's a goddamn Disney princess. All right. Good luck, guys.
All right.
Okay, I was like, did not roll. Steph, I don't know how to make the Storm Whisker as a second thing. So
As a second
for-
roll,
yeah.
You have to make a
you just
second
add
storm whisker.
another. You just add another weapon, like
Okay.
I just did,
Okay.
and then you just copy and you
Oh, God.
write like Storm Whisker
I got it.
plus 10. Whoops,
Oh my god.
plus 10, something like that.
Okay. I get.
No problem. All right, let's get started. Try and keep in mind to keep your turns efficient.
Is this a fiend?
And let us go.
Oh, good. It's Blaze, so I can just doing this.
Is this a fiend? Like, is
Fine.
the
No, it's
I
a
just-
dragon.
These fiends are dragons, yes.
It's a fiend.
It's a dragon Eidolon. Yep.
10. So it's gonna be. Okay, get rid of cable.
Where's my temporary HP?
I don't have
You
enough
figure it
points,
out on
dude.
your own.
Sorry.
10
Yeah.
plus is 20. And it is.
Sorry, I
Is
don't have enough
it-
points in it.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I was only kidding, anyways.
Give me
Same
one
passive.
moment.
Relentless. Auto nibble. And we have brisk.
Let me know when you need armor break so I can move into engagement range.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Keras, as combat begins, there's a lot of role playing, guys. I'm sorry. As combat begins, you will hear something in your mind.
Mhm.
There is nothing left of this fiend. Release me. Put him down.
I'll try. You are my priority above all else.
As the dragon scans its eyes over the warriors of light and its eyes settle on Keras, they'll flicker orange for a moment as she speaks to you. Let's go.
Blair,
Blair will look at him.
I don't know if we can save him, but I need you to promise me that Amaterasu comes first, and then we try.
Blair will hesitate, and she'll just look down. And she'll say, I'm afraid I can't make that promise, brother. I will make you the promise that if there's no possibility in saving him, and the only way to deal with this and for less bloodshed to happen around Nova, I will put him down. But until that happens, he is my priority, along with Amaterasu.
As you say that, Pellinor will look on, and you can feel Pellinor's eyes just kind of digging into you, Blair.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot save everyone.
Blair will
You
look.
will end up killing everyone.
Blair will look at Pellinor, and she'll point the Storm Whisker at him, and she'll say, do not tell me what I already know. I have had fellow warriors, brothers and sisters in arms with me who have fallen. I choose who I save. I choose to save him. I will not choose to save you.
Perhaps they would not have fallen if you could do what is necessary.
Blair will just stare at him and she will say, you do not know about mortal warfare. And she will just ignore him after that.
There's any
Pellinor will look on quietly. Thank God. All right, let's get this shit out of the way. Mythic boss initiative. Oh wait, you guys don't have initiative. Mythic boss, dragon, sentience, quick strike. Weakness none. Resist 100. Fire, dark, cosmic.
Ignore that.
Null Bahamut has an effect active at all times called Worm Flight. As Bahamut's turn begins, the Dragon King will flex his wings and fly away from Blaze.
Oh, running away, eh?
What a dick. Benjamin will raise his staff like he's raising his hand. We are all in a line, and this is a dragon.
Spread out, you fools.
We did.
But can we? I don't think we can get more spread out.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a lie. I could go over there. Never mind.
We should have done zigzags.
He's first. So
Serpentine.
He's first. He'll be able to move
Serpentine.
first. So.
The Dragon King will activate Dive Bomb. A veiled mechanic. Bahamut will then activate Umbral Slash.
Ooh.
Oh, I know what this is.
Is this work the same as the 14 one?
you guys. I'm so funny. Okay. What was I doing? You guys distracted me.
Super sus. Is it a debate?
At the beginning of Bahamut's turn. Bahamut is glowing with energy that allows him to break beyond his limits.
He has limits?
Everyone has limits, Barrelin. It's about whether you can measure up to them or not.
Oh,
I know,
damn.
Benjamin. I'll deal
Oh,
with
shit.
it. It's fine. Heal
Okay,
them.
I just didn't know if you saw it.
That was kind of hot.
Don't worry.
What?
Fair enough.
For his second pressure mechanic. So, by the way, Umbral Slash was his first pressure mechanic. The second pressure mechanic is going to be activated now, and it is called Umbral Maw.
Oh, hold on. These are just the pressure? These aren't even the.
Dive Bomb was primary. Umbral Slash and Umbral Maw are pressure mechanics. And there is a limit break charged, and Bahamut's turn is over.
Oh, all right.
Yay!
Auto Libra Umbral Slash.
Oh, I like those hearts. That's really cute. Can you make one of those for stream?
Oh my god. What was I doing? Okay.
Shameless plug.
Umbral Slash, Auto Libra? Okay.
Auto Libra, yes, please.
Summon the Umbral Slash indicator that will trigger at the end of the round and continue limitlessly in both directions. You guys understand that?
Mm-hmm.
The line will continue limitlessly in both directions. Enemies caught between or touching the two inner lines will suffer death damage when the mechanic triggers. All other enemies will suffer 250 slashing damage, reduced by their total distance to the inner line of the indicator. Enemies damaged by this mechanic will be knocked back 100 feet away, directly away from the line. Enemies that are immune to knockbacks will not suffer damage from this mechanic at all. This mechanic cannot deal less than 100 damage. As in, if you reduce the damage to less than 100, it is negated.
So I wouldn't be knocked back because I have
Nope.
displacement.
Yep.
So this one doesn't do anything to me.
Just don't stand in between those lines.
Yeah, the only thing is you take death damage if you're standing, not even in between. If you're touching the line, you take death damage.
But this is the end of the round is when this happens, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Cool. Yeah.
You guys can't accuse me of being repetitive with my mechanics. I'm just telling it.
We need to know the other one, right? And is it the closer you are, the less damage you take?
No. It's
No.
the further you are, the less damage you take.
Okay. So Matt, you could probably leap and get into that spot almost.
Why, thank you.
That's still it's pretty solid.
Keep in mind it goes on limitlessly in both directions, and it's distance from the inner line.
So it'd be like from there, I guess.
You have
So
to
if he
be in
leaps
the-
there, we calculate the distance like this. From the closest point to the line. You guys
The
understand?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be 100. Yeah.
the reveal mechanic, do you just have to touch like this, or do you have to be in the center?
You gotta touch it.
You need to stop movement with your entire model inside the circle.
Inside
The
circle?
inner mechanic.
Let me just
Okay.
scooch it. Wait, let me just scooch a bit then.
As in, if your model's overlapping with the tendril little spidery lines, it's not
Mhm.
triggering.
Oh, I have to be like donut.
So you basically have to be inside
You
the
have to be
center.
like donut. Like you have to be like,
All right.
there we go. Like that, yeah. Oh, are you? It's your turn. My bad. I didn't move you.
Yeah.
All right. The mechanic fades. Half the mechanic is revealed.
Yeah, I can't get to
I
it.
can get that one.
It's too far from me.
I can get this one. Do not worry, brother.
I'm worried.
Focus
am
on
worried.
your goal.
Umbral Maw, please.
That's bestiary research for Umbral Maw. Summon 2 Umbral Maw orbs that have 3 lives each and are immune to damage. These orbs will center a cone on the 2 enemies with the highest initiative at the end of the round. It will deal 250 damage to them and anyone else caught inside the radii of the cone, or the area of effect of the cone. I don't know why I called it radii. Damage suffered by these orbs will apply a stack of silence and a stack of blind. The only way to destroy these orbs is by using positional mechanics and hitting them 3 times. Positional AoE.
Does my wind?
Something I don't excel
Yes,
at.
it does. The wind would count if it dealt damage.
Mm. They have zombie, right?
Mm, you could potentially argue a way to deal damage to them in exchange for healing efficiency. If you want. If you want to think outside the box.
Okay, I have some ideas.
Okay.
So which one's targeting me and which one's targeting Blaze?
No way to know.
No, at the end of round, don't we?
Yeah, we'll find out at the end of the round.
Maybe. Yeah.
This
Like, is there any indication of which one would go first, Steph?
tall-
The indication is my personal notes. Where the fuck is it? The orbs will the orbs will prioritize the enemies listed that are closest to them. If not, it will be chosen sentiently by the boss that summoned the orbs. So okay, so whoever is closest to any given orb at the end of the round when it triggers will spawn the cone then.
this rock over here. This one by the sea.
Yes.
How tall is that?
It's pretty tall. I'd say 10 feet tall. 15
10
feet? 10, 15 feet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty
You
massive.
could use it as sort of a backfall, could they not, for positioning?
As in, like, to not get knocked back? It's not a bad idea.
That's kinda what I'm
Did
thinking.
you use a standard attack to leap to him, I'm assuming?
Yeah, primal leap.
Woohoo!
Mm.
You guys hear like a panther sound, you know, like rawr! He just leaps across the arena and engages.
Normally I just roll dice on the model, but just so you know, I can't. You normally just
I'm
roll
aware
it.
you can't. I'm aware you can't. His model's massive, and I didn't want it to disrupt you guys moving around. So it is a background. It is a background model, and I'm
Oh, okay.
manipulating that way. I'm going to do that much more often with larger enemies to make it
Mm.
easier to move around.
Okay.
So we can pick up our
Also-
characters still.
You're overlapping.
Back up.
You're overlapping.
Nah.
he's like
Well, I have to wait for it to update so I can see it.
I see. Okay.
'Cause I just
you're
see
good.
two
You're good. You're
circles.
good. You're good.
Because I just
You're
see two circles when I do it, so I have to wait for the move and then be like, are we there? Okay, good. No, we're not. That was the other circle.
good. So your back is pressed up against this rock right now.
This possibly couldn't go any worse.
All right, as Blaze engages with the dragon, you guys will visibly see his worm flight passive deactivate. You'll see his defenses go down.
Are there any possible more standby rolls you guys want to do before I finish up my turn?
I think I'll probably need armor break if you want me to hit him.
I won't be able to armor break this turn.
I can.
I could have swore there were others with me.
What happened to that that other
was-
one?
I was
The
too
weird
busy
one.
waiting for Pellinor to talk again. What do you guys need?
There he is.
I believe
does
it's something
Benjamin
called
sound
worm
so
flight.
Wormflight? You mean the dragon that's flying?
It's a named mechanic. Don't get all smart-assy.
Damn it.
It did look
How
like he had
many
some sort of
of
defenses
you-
that went down.
How many of you are there? Berlin. Berlin, was it?
Yeah. A couple of them on comms. I don't know what they're doing. Probably not as important as being here, but yeah, you know.
Wow.
They do sound like a bunch of nerds.
True.
Thank you.
Some of them go out for like chicken wings and shit while people are dying. It's wild.
Isn't that just Conan?
I'm fond of peanut butter and jelly myself.
Oh god. Don't talk about jelly wings. I can already feel pom-poms twitching.
Yeah, I can't. I won't be able to crush Solom unless he's armor broken. And you said you can't do it, right? So
Not
Benjamin could.
not this turn.
Yeah,
I
he's gonna-
could, but the problem is going to be
He's
if I
gonna-
do.
He's gonna limit break, so that's unavoidable.
No, I got that, but I won't be able to do anything with the little hardy things.
It's okay. I have some auto hit, so I'm fine.
No, like I can't do it. I have this.
Yeah, but that's on your turn, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Background cooldown.
actually, then yeah, then I could actually, if you do that, then I could actually, curse him. That was my first action.
34 stratagem on Wormflight.
If there is no enemy currently engaged with Bahamut, he will automatically negate all ranged attacks.
Wow.
Well, that could be potentially very bad.
As soon as the alien describes that, you'll see Amon look at Berlin. That's why. Could have used that information 4 hours ago.
Ouch. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Benjamin, if you do go into melee, because you just have to go into melee, right? Then I could curse him and we wouldn't have to deal with the limit break.
Okay. Um, it's just I'm not gonna be able to do anything with the much with the hearts.
Who
I
are the
mean, I
two
wasn't.
highest initiatives are Blaze and Keras.
I'm gonna go down anyways to go tank the furthest heart, so that nobody gets hit by it. So
Okay.
You don't
Okay.
have to worry about that. And then the other one will target Blaze if I'm farther away from it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's the same, it's sentient choice. But if I'm closest to it, then it's hitting me.
Mm.
Does it look like this dragon has 1,000 AC?
They say crystal, let's see, everything that seems to be coming from inside his body is made of pure crystal, and then he's surrounded by some sort of hardened carapace armor along with the normal dragon scales. So I'd say yes.
Okay.
Is Pelennor considered part of the fight?
A resounding yes.
Yeah, I need you to go into melee if you want me to.
Eleanor
curse
is
it.
part of the fight, yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're asking so that you can manipulate Pelennor?
Yeah.
Okay, so Pelennor is part of the fight because of the runes. So the runes, what the runes control is whether or not you can cleanse Bahamut's mind before you kill him. Pelennor is in charge of that. But Pelennor is not engaged with them. So if you want to try and affect Pelennor somehow,
Okay.
you can on Berlin.
Okay.
Alright.
And just to make sure that I understand, the ruins are Lunarian magic that Pelennor summoned?
They're anchors that Pelennor has put in place that seem to be clouding Bahamut's mind.
Okay. So if I can potentially work with Amon to break those.
Amon is much too depleted to do that.
Yes.
You yourself could try once per round. But the party is meant to interact with these if they wish to free Bahamut.
Okay.
Mhm.
It is an out of combat mechanic, however, so I don't mind you trying to do 1 or 2 or 3. Just make sure you don't get hit by anything.
One question. Does he have like he has quick strike, right? Not Aeon strike.
Exactly.
So we can't. One action will go off, and then we can.
Yes.
The reason I'm asking is because of the Vern Drift, like the option to teleport back. That's at the
Yeah,
end of the.
it means Bahamut's mechanic will go off,
Okay.
And his first mechanic, which is Dive Bomb, will go off, and then Worm Drift will trigger.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I need the armor break, and if we can't get it, then we'll just have to deal with his limit break for the first round.
Those runes, Steph, that Pelennor planted, are they similar to the ones that we saw in?
Maybe like that.
Are
In
they
the
similar
Evolution
to,
Cave?
Yeah, the Evolution Cave.
Yes, they are. Very astute.
Hmm. Can we just those runes over there? Just like in the Evolution Cave, I believe we destroyed them physically. At least a couple of them before they were blocked off. If we want to deal with them, that might be an option.
I used Worm Drift stuff.
Are you trying to be engaged? You're not engaged there.
No?
Nope.
My model. Okay. The wings don't count?
So it's the inner model that counts.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So head, body, tail.
Okay, then I'm gonna move right here.
Outer wings are not going to be counted.
That should be good.
That is
I'm
fine.
on the so I didn't want to go any closer because of the spikes. I feel like I'm gonna overlap if I go any more in.
Yeah, I'm
also
fine with
the
this.
cone. Is the cone gonna go like that, or
Yeah, it's going straight through him.
is it going straight, or is it gonna like turn
If it targets Blaze, the cone is going to center on Blaze
on
like
Blaze?
this.
So like
And
that.
right now, Benjamin is in it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean the entire model of the dude is in it, so if I'm in the engagement range, I'm gonna get hit by that thing. If you saw, the entire dragon is covered in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are
If
you
I have to,
able
if I have to
to?
get in a, if I have to get a melee with it, I don't think I can get close enough to the furthest one. Well,
Well, I mean, he is armor broken right now.
yeah. How close do I need to get to this guy, Steph, to actually hit him?
The inner body?
Yep.
I mean the inner body.
Counter applied to duration. What appears?
I need to
His
create
claw
it.
here is the furthest out that I can see without overlapping.
Engagement range. Zero.
The inner wing here is fine too. Like anything that's near the center, I'm not gonna be picky about this, guys. I just don't want cheesing with
Yeah.
like the outer
Yeah,
wings.
yeah.
That's all. Right, like this
That
cuts
makes
off
sense.
here, that cuts off there.
I'm gonna have to eat the this one.
Okay, you are hard overlapping, mate.
I would happily go back. Is this how far back do I need to go?
No, as in like if you need to move like here. Can you move there?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're good.
Okay. Let's crush soul him. Ugh. So close to that 20.
His AC is reduced because of Benjamin.
Yep.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, 5.
3 rounds of bliss. Well, maybe not bliss.
Something.
And
Just buying time.
let's. That's how it's gonna work. So if you can get out of melee with it, Benjamin, then you're on your turn. If
Oh
you
yeah,
can get
I
out,
can,
if you can get out of
I
that
can,
cone, you'll be okay. 'Cause
I
I'm gonna
can
go.
definitely move out of the thing.
I'm gonna go up here.
Where? Okay, up there.
Oh, okay.
What gives you the right? What allows you all to alter the course of history?
very simple, Eleanor. All you have to do is stand up and do it. That's all it takes. Too many people are scared otherwise.
All the greenery you see, all the life all around you, it returns to the void. That is inevitable. What difference does it make if it happens now or later?
All
Because-
beings. Go ahead,
Okay.
Blair.
Oh, okay.
I would never interrupt you.
How are you leaving? Do you have nimble?
He has auto nimble.
I
it
got auto
says.
nimble. Yeah.
Okay.
Blair will look at Pellinor for the first time after a while, and she'll say, "Because those who are able to fight should stand up and fight."
Now,
It's about the journey, Pellinor, not the destination.
it's about Benjamins.
Is that about the Benjamins? Oh
It-
no.
No,
This is
forget
so
the third thing.
Fuck the
As you
Benjamins.
say that, Amon will look at Berlin and just kind of tilt his head.
Does he mean like dollar bills?
No. If only it was that simple.
Don't you mean dollar Gill?
I'm so confused.
Okay. I can do an AoE to hit everything and to strip out a heart if you guys want, or I can just do damage from afar and charge it.
Hi, it's me, the tank. Do damage, end this fight.
In response to what Pellinor said, Berlin will reach down and pick up just a handful of like dirt and sand and kind of rub it between his hands as it like falls through his fingers. He'll say, "We all return to the dirt one day. But take a deep breath. Feel the air in your lungs, the strength in your arms. Life is about fighting against and striving in spite of our inevitable end. That is what it means to be alive. As life lives, dies, and carries on to overcome that inevitable end. That is the power of life. And despite the inevitability of the void, it exists. It thrives in spite of hardship."
As he monologues and explains to Pellinor while sitting, he'll look over at Amon, who's just kind of like burying his face in his cape. It's so fucking beautiful.
Oh, no.
I'm saying by death. Like the fuck?
As you say that, Pellinora will look like it's contemplating. Before shaking its head and allowing the like the ability to see it to be dispelled, and Pellinor will fade. Berlin,
Yes?
Have you seen this Pellinor before?
Bunch of fucking
My
things.
allies have encountered him. Personally, I can't remember.
I
Bunch
see.
of fucking times. He's everywhere.
And nowhere all at once.
Has anyone else ever seen Pellinor?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Quite a few, actually.
Anyone who isn't a warrior of light?
Nope. Don't think so.
That we do not know.
Now that you mentioned, well, to be fair, a lot of the areas we go are there's not really a lot of not warriors of light around.
Yeah, we have only
The-
seen him in the wilderness. Do you not
Where
see
did-
him?
The thing
Weren't
that
you-
the other group was
I
hunting, did it not see him?
I not only not see him, I don't sense him, like at all.
There was one little kid I heard you guys had over there with you in the cave, didn't you? Did he see him?
No.
He never discussed him.
At first, I
The-
thought maybe all of you were a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I
Well,
detest that
it's-
comment, sir.
It
Jerry's
is difficult
not-
to dismiss the idea that you can all see him, and yet it is just a figment of your imaginations. But I sense no residual magic, no summoning magic, no faith circle, no soul, no firefly makeup, nothing. And I sense Zodiark's creations.
If you can sense the energy radiating from Zodiark, and you cannot sense him, that's curious. Because our understanding, from limited as it is that he was born of Zodiark's concept of nothingness. Maybe I'm not phrasing that very well, but I believe that's roughly the idea.
Amon will contemplate for a moment.
Tell me, how many warriors of light have fallen to the influence?
To Zodiark's influence?
To Zodiark's influence, Pyromancer.
None.
Ultima's
were captured?
influence.
Weren't 4 of them captured? 1?
Three were
3 were manipulated by X-Death and made susceptible, but the rest of us haven't.
one was completely captured, and
you discovered
3
why?
were temporarily lost.
Only theories.
I'd like to hear these theories.
He'll continue to contemplate as the combat continues. Blair, as soon as you enter there, the thingy will fade. And dive bomb will be revealed.
Mm.
Fuck.
Dive bomb can now be revealed as a mechanic. Oh no, wait, never mind. I said that I would reveal those automatically when you guys met the
Yes.
conditions. I can't remember that. My bad. It's okay, I remembered. It's fine. Okay. Dive bomb. DPC. Soft tether, the dive bomb indicator to target enemy within the current encounter until the end of the round. The indicator and the enemy chosen will not be revealed until the enemies have dispersed the vision mechanics on the current battlefield. Once they have, explain this mechanic to it's in the
It says it too.
I can't. I'm too immersed as Amon right now. Until the mechanic is revealed, Bahamut can choose to alter his trajectory at the end of each enemy turn as he dives bomb towards the surface of the planet. Once revealed, enemies can pass through the model of the enemy that the mechanic is tethered to in order to attach the mechanical indicator to themselves. From the inner circle to the outer circle, the mechanic will deal 2,500, 2,000, 1,500, 1,000, 500, and 250 damage on the outer parts that are not colored in. Active mitigation that is performed in the innermost circle will reduce the damage dealt by all the other circles by 1,000.
So you have to be behind whatever circle I'm at.
Wait, so did I forget to add the active mitigation should reduce the 2,500 of the center stuff? Why the fuck is it not? Let me just go to my
Is the
raw
center
notes.
targeted on Benjamin?
Yeah, at the moment.
Okay. Does it randomly just pick?
Thunder. Active mitigation performed while the mechanic is tethered to you will reduce the centermost circle's damage to 500. I just forgot to translate it or to transfer it
There
over.
is. And then reduced everybody else by 1,000. Got it. Well, that makes sense. It's hard to argue with that.
Does it randomly pick, or
He
is it
can't
picking the
switch it.
lowest initiative?
It's tethered.
He can't change it anymore once you guys have revealed it.
Yeah.
When you guys haven't revealed it, he can move it around at the end of each one of your turns.
Oh, okay.
So he chooses sentiently who he targets with this thing.
Okay.
And then after you guys reveal it, it's soft tethered to whoever it landed on, and the only way to take it is to move through the person.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you have enough movement, Benjamin, to bring it to me?
By the way, the active mitigation for the center circle only reduces the damage dealt to you. The inner circle will still only be reduced by 1,000 for everyone else, which means that if there's another person in the inner circle with you, they suffer 1,500 damage.
Yes.
Do I need to just touch him?
You need to run through him, or he needs to run through you.
So
One or the other.
Can I run through him?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, sure. As long as the models run through each other.
Okay.
The problem is, like, this side is good,
A lot
but
of movement. Yeah.
Okay. Am I good to? Yeah.
My mechanics are pretty badass, though. It feels like you're fighting a dragon right now, right?
This is me trying not to overlap.
Okay, but that's also you not passing through the model.
Otherwise, I would be like right on top of him. That's.
And
Then
then
you
you get
go
the
the other side.
1,500. Well, he'd still get the 1,500, right? He needs to get fully out of that circle. Can you?
Well, he has to pass through to give it to me first.
Yes.
Before we worry about that. So if he just runs to that point and then runs this way.
You know, someone
He'll
else
get
can
out of the
pass through him, pick it up, and give it to you as well. That's another option. For example, if you guys had a Hell Knight, they could just like fly through and then fly around and.
Yeah, that doesn't.
If ands and buts, huh?
Or Beastmaster.
If ands, buts, and coconuts.
Guys, okay? I'm just trying to help.
Sure.
It doesn't help with what we have.
Can Beastmaster minions do this stuff like that?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Oof, so good.
So Blair is going to jump.
Beastmasters are definitely a movement-based job, just like Hell Knight, Holy Knight, Engineer is one as well. There's others.
And when she comes down, she's going to use Lance Blaze Lightning. So she's going to use her Lightning Warm Breath.
Okay.
And she is going to also hold her action to breathe lightning. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And so as she jumps, she's going to look at Bahamut straight in his eyes because she knows that it's Zodiark seeing the outside. And she will just deadpan stare into it. And she'll say, to answer Helenor's question and statement, things that live will always thrive to stay alive. They will cling to the last remnant of what it is to survive. That is what keeps us going. Should we be consumed by the void, we will be consumed kicking and fighting for our lives. And then she jumps.
As you say that and jump, Pelinor's voice will like radiate from nothingness. It doesn't even sound like it's arguing. It's just quizzical, like it's it's confused as it speaks.
Bahamut doesn't fight. Bahamut's fury has quelled. It has become apathy. Bahamut wishes for death, for the void.
Blair will say, at one point, did you also not think Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi had apathy? And what of them now?
Amaterasu fights. Tsukuyomi has surrendered in an attempt to save her sister. Does your resolve have any value if it is so fickle?
She'll say, my resolve is not fickle, and Tsukuyomi's love for her sister is not fickle. She would sacrifice herself to let her loved one live. That is her choice.
I am unconvinced.
The voice will fade.
So you guys want me to take this to Blaze, right?
Yep.
Yes.
The thing, guys, the only way I can do that is via dashing. If I dash, I'm gonna be in the middle circle.
You can't
I can't.
Wyvern Knight back?
At the end of the round after his quick strike.
Like, can you not give the thing
Quick strike
because it's your
goes first.
full...
So
There's 3 mechanics going off. What's the resolution on the mechanics?
the
Dive
dive goes
Dive
first.
bomb, slash, and heart orbs.
But you're using your full movement. If
I have to
he...
dash, not full movement. I have to
Yes,
dash.
yes. If he...
What type of damage is dive bomb?
Bludgeoning.
Fuck.
Is he able to dash to Blaze, Wyvern Knight back, and then
even.
take the rest of the movements?
I already said I already asked the Wyvern Knight's thing goes
you made
after the dive.
Yeah, because the Bahamut has quick strike, which means his first mechanic that's going to resolves, which means it's dive bomb. And then once dive bomb has resolved, then because Benjamin does not have quick strike or Aeon strike, only then will Benjamin be able to allow Worm Drift to teleport him back.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't have any quintessence for active mitigation. That's part of the problem too.
Yeah, while the Gunbreaker is a saboteur first, so yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways,
I mean, I don't want to kill everybody else, so I will do this anyways. I have 40 movements.
Can you damage me? You can't go through a rock. I'm using that rock as a well, I guess unless you can climb it, maybe.
I'm gonna need an athletics check.
It's not active.
Can he just go around the rock?
He's a dwarf who is not very strong, and he's trying to climb a rock, so that's why I'm asking for an actual skill check.
I can't go through him if I do this.
Why?
Because of the rock.
Okay, but why can't you just like move to here and then move through me?
Can I break up dash like that? I thought dash had to be one continuous movement.
Yeah. What's your total movement?
40.
Makes it 80.
Oh, so you're okay. That's why.
I'm under the impression dash is one continuous movement. That's how you
isn't.
dash.
It isn't. It extends your movement. The only time something is continuous movement is if I say it is in a mechanic or something. But
Can't help yourself. Okay.
what?
No, not you. I wasn't talking to you.
The The reason you might be mixed up is because the dash that's given from Hustle Break works like that.
Yeah, the hustle break is continuous movement. It's like a continuous dash. Yeah.
What are the chances you can hit me as well?
Bonk.
What?
What are the chances you can hit me as well?
Are you a lesser enemy or a greater enemy?
No.
You don't have an auto attack?
You can just bonk him.
No,
Oh,
he's
that's an
dashing.
action though.
He's dashing.
Yeah,
That's an action. Yeah.
the only thing I can do is a bonus action.
I'll count
Pick up
that as
a
moving through him if you want. Sure.
Could you
Just
pick?
the movement? Can I accept it?
I mean, I'm gonna, still gonna be in the middle circle, but yes.
Could
I
you?
don't think
It's over.
there's any way to get around that at this point.
Yeah.
It looks like you'll just die together then.
Could you pick up a rock and throw it at my brother?
That'd be a
Can I
bonus
just,
action.
since I'm so close and right in front of him, and since I realize I'm gonna die because I'm trying to help everybody,
Mhm.
I take my staff and not attack, but like just lift it up and hit him in the groin.
Oh my god.
What to what end? Why are we doing
Damage
this?
him to damage him.
So he can generate quintessence?
Yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah,
gonna go
good.
through his shield anyways, so I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, but I don't want to set a precedence for throwing little rocks
It'll
to
take-
generate resource.
Yep.
So no, I'm good.
Okay.
I could shoot you, I guess, but I
Alright.
can't get through your shield, so I wouldn't know.
You don't have to get through the shield.
He can
No, you
take
guys.
it, right?
The shield is not protecting against you guys, so he's right
Yeah.
about that. You don't need to get through the shield.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But
could
I'm
shoot-
not giving you a free attack on him to give him free resource. If you want to take an action and hit him, I guess it's
don't
okay. I've been letting that happen.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
not
have one of those,
designed
so-
that way, but I've been letting it happen. So,
Well,
So-
if they hit
because-
me anyway. Oh no, because they would go through. Never mind.
Am I still touching the boss? No, I have.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
No, you're not actually. My bad. My bad. No, you're not.
Okay.
That being said, oh no, but he
Is-
can't target you with primary disengagement mechanics because of your passive. So no, you're not engaged
Right.
with him.
But I ask because then armor break is no longer applied because it's only when I'm engaged.
Oh, okay, that works.
I'm gonna shoot Blaze with Faraga.
What?
They hit him.
I'll take full damage.
Works for me.
What are you using a reaction for this?
Yep.
Okay. You realize
Inventory.
that doesn't generate blaze shards, right? We're good.
That's fine. He's still
Okay.
getting it. Bam. I rolled really good. I'm sorry.
9, 10, 11,
Oh, it's
12.
fine. It's better than all of us dying.
Okay.
Although I
Well-
still may die.
I don't really have any bonus actions that I can use right now. He doesn't happen to be a greater enemy, is he?
I think it's mythic.
I mean, Steph, I just fucked him up. Can I
Mythic.
please have? Can I have some blaze shards? Like maybe
Oh
two?
my gosh. Get out of
I
here.
wrecked him.
No,
Look how much I damaged him.
I love that your argument is I did a shitload of damage to my own ally, so I deserve blaze
Yeah. I did not hold back at all.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
say no, but it's okay.
Okay,
Oh, dear God.
I hold. Do we have anything we haven't rolled for? We haven't rolled for the limit break, huh? Even though it's not gonna go off.
No, we have.
We have not rolled for the limit break. No.
Okay.
I'll do what I want to do during end round stuff.
Okay. Sure.
My roll.
So far, the first round has taken an hour plus because of role playing. Okay, I'll say 40 minutes, 45 minutes plus, because of role playing is obviously a part of it. So we need to try and at least make the
Okay.
turns more efficient.
21 on the limit break.
The limit break. Thankfully, the limit break is very basic. The first round limit break. There is one on first round and one on fifth round. First round limit break is called Avant Morn. Dispel all enemies of one beneficial effect, deal 100 chaos damage, and apply Curse 2, Curse Augmented Curse 2, and Augmented Hoarder 2 to all enemies.
Not today.
So 100 chaos damage, Dispel, Augmented Curse 2, Augmented Hoarder 2. Augmented Curse makes it so you can't limit break, Augmented Hoarder makes it so you can't use consumables. That being said, it's being negated, so it doesn't matter.
Brutal.
Can Eldraskier, if Blair summons Eldraskier to ask him to get Benjamin out of the circle, would that be possible or no?
No, I'm sorry. No. Directly interfering in the encounter like that would require an actual like mechanical imperative, like being a summoner, for example, or something that works that way in your kit. You're not even a support; you're an assailant.
Yeah.
So
It requires
that's the
too
only
much
reason I say no.
concentration if you're not a summoner.
Well, it's just because she has the invasive thoughts and she doesn't have to cast the
I get
summon.
that, but if you're in combat, it's not as easy to just summon your idol and to do random stuff.
Okay,
So,
I ended my
much
turn
less,
because
especially considering we're on. I'm just layering stuff on top of this at this point. Especially considering we're on Nova, and I've already said that your Eidolons, your pets, they're not used to flying on Nova, and flying on this planet will be very difficult. So already, there's also that working against you.
if she summoned Kane, how fast could he be here? Super fast, because he's a super fast dragoon with a super fast dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah, he's a dragoon, so I'm assuming he probably has a dragon companion.
He doesn't have a dragon.
Oh shit!
That being said, he can
All
get here
dragoons don't have
quickly.
a dragon misfits. It's pretty rare.
He can get here quickly though.
But would he be able to save?
No, not that quickly. We're already at the end of the round right now, so fuck that. That would have to be like fucking the Flash level.
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah.
Nah,
I believe in Kane.
Short of Barry Allen, I don't see it.
I still think you call him because we need him anyways. If you want to do this.
That being said, at this point, guys, I'm gonna be frank right now. At this point, the party looks like it's having trouble surviving the actual fight. And saving Bahamut is like an addition. You know what I mean? Like it's an additional thing that makes the fight harder. At this point, I don't see it happening right now, unless you guys turn this around somehow with like a limit break or a nat 20 or something like that, obviously. But
I mean,
right
just got
now-
unlucky. Like it was revealed by the time it was right before my turn, and nobody could move, and it was targeted on me. Otherwise, like I could have moved people with winds. I have a whole bunch of stuff to move people. It's just I don't have the movement.
Yeah, I understand, but that's the way hidden mechanics work, though, is to be prioritized as soon as possible. All right, now we're gonna resolve everything. Are you actively mitigating, Blaze?
I am. I was going to roleplay a bit before I did it.
Oh, go ahead. Sure.
So as Bahamut's dive bomb goes into the air, Blaze is going to activate Keen Edge, Brutal Strike, to activate his mitigation, and Limit Break.
Oh, shit.
We're going to activate the Bolster effect to buff it.
Yeah, I did buff that.
Yeah, you did.
Barrett.
So as that goes out, Blaze will say, Pelennor, the reason Amaterasu and Tsukiyomi and Bahamut have given up is because you've started treating them like caged animals. And after being imprisoned for so long, any animal would rather have death than be robbed of its freedom. You asked us why it gives us the power to resist, what gives us the power to fight against the void. Well, it's the same reason that gives you the power to fight with the void. It's our will. Your will is what you choose to do with it. And since you choose to side with the void, we as the light choose to oppose. And he'll do one of those like flashy forgetting the name. What's Super Boil? He does like a Super Boil
Superbolide.
kind of yeah.
kind
of pose and barrier comes up.
I'll give you an extra 25 resistance
I
on
will
top
take
of everything for being
every-
a badass role player.
I will take every inch of resistance you give me. I want 5 more, please.
I want 5 more. Jeez. All right. Apply the mitigation to yourself if you haven't already. With my bonus? Jeez, you are fast. All right. Reduce everything else by 1,000, which means Benjamin suffers 1,500 damage.
Don't I just die?
Yes, technically. Character dies, unless I hear offers from Barrelin.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to save him, yeah, you could possibly save your companion. He'd be ejected from the fight, though.
Okay.
Unless you want to give up your spot in the like as far as being able to affect the session anymore from this point on, then I'll give him just unconscious. If you obviously if you role play something good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling you to kill your character, by the way. I'm telling you to like
Yeah.
withdraw.
Okay.
Amon just kind of stares at you.
I can use the last of my magic to teleport him out, but then your allies would have to give up the fight. And I'm afraid I would have to go with him. Otherwise, I'd just be useless out here without Spiritus. If I do this, you can stay. But then they're down a healer, aren't they?
Yes. Without a healer, they won't be lasting much longer.
Then the solution would be for you to try and protect him so he can stay in the fight.
Fair enough. Would Barrelin be able to, seeing the danger coming, run to the cliff line and use earth magic to create a sort of a almost like a stone surfboard and just like zoom down the side of the cliff line and get Benjamin. That's really far. That's really far.
Okay. So, it is a courtesy that I'm giving you to be able to affect the fight directly while on standby.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I'd say you'd be able to do from the cliff line without affecting the fight directly would be to protect him from being insta-killed somehow. Fall unconscious and just be, in the epicenter of the massive dive bomb, like not dead, unconscious, but protected by a wall of geomancy or something that surrounded him and protected him.
Yeah.
As far as moving him, healing him, empower, all of that stuff, that's combat stuff.
Yeah. My thought was maybe I could
then,
like move him to one of the circles that wouldn't insta-kill him, but...
And even then, your interference, because of the swiftness of which you would have had to do it, would dangerously deplete your magic and force you to retreat. I'm making you retreat because you affected the fight directly.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying is that, like, I don't think, unless you can, if you roll something ridiculous, then of course I'll let you choose that. But for now, the possibilities as far as affecting the fight directly are what I described for the most part.
Okay. Then
Just make
I
me a
will... I'll create a. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll create a barrier with stone to absorb some of the impact from the hit, so that it reduces it and doesn't kill him.
All right. Geomancy.
Geomancy. Come on.
Not very. No, that is not a high value. It is not direct failure, but I don't think it's enough to just completely succeed. All right, Benjamin. You are not insta-killed by the mechanic, but I'm going to be consuming 2 out of 3 of your death saves.
Okay.
As the impact just kind of crushes the ground underneath you, collides against Blaze, and you are way too close to the epicenter and just kind of like take a huge brunt of the damage. And as Barrelin uses all of his magic to try and protect you, Barrelin will just kind of hobble away and return to safety, unable to affect the fight further. You can stay here in RP, Rick, but no rolls.
No roars.
Okay?
No more rolls yet.
I don't mind if you want to roleplay though, because obviously you'd be like haggard and fucking wrecked and just, but you'd still be able to talk. So I don't mind that. And then as soon as you come back, hobble back to him. Amon will look up, and when he sees the expression on your face, he'll know that you succeeded, and he'll just kind of shake his head. Easy being us, is it?
You're telling me. Come here often?
Altogether too often.
As you both just kind of settle down and just pass out against the walls of the hut, the party will continue the fight, and I'll continue resolving everything. So Dive Bomb's resolution is complete, I believe. I don't think the rest of you are taking any damage since Blaze used active mitigation. Active mitigation works all the way into the 1, 2, 3, 4th circle. 1, 2, 3, 4th circle. Yeah, so Keras is just in the outer ring, which is reduced to 0 when the tank in the middle does the mechanic properly, which is why Keras takes no damage, and of course Blair is all the way on the outside. So Dive Bomb is done. The next thing that will detonate is Umbral Slash, I believe. Which will target Blaze and Keras. Keras is by far. They are both closer to. You are both closer to this northern one than you are to the other one. Which means. That I get a sentient choice, which changes absolutely nothing. All right, you both take 250 damage, and Benjamin, you would take damage as well because this is completely avoidable damage, at least for you. But I'm going to say that the residual magic offered by the Geomancer protects you. That's the last of my protection that you're getting.
You don't have, so I can't have one more then, because I have the indestructible rainbow heart, sir.
Oh, then you're fine.
Yeah, so you can't give me that protection some other time.
All right, I'll consider giving it to you again then. All right, in that case, you will be... No, you take no damage, which means that Keras and Blaze suffer damage. Something wrong, Miss Bess?
When does he do his limit break?
He won't do it this round because I crushed told him he can't limit break.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, I'm resolving the damn cones. I need to resolve the slash. Are you jumped?
Yeah.
Yep.
Me?
You're
Yes.
jumped, so you're not
Does it
affected.
not say jumped?
He's
Okay.
down, so he's not taking any damage, which means he's not affected. Keras is not affected. Blaze is affected, right? Blaze, is there a reason?
He's far enough away, he's not.
Isn't that why he's up against the rock so he doesn't get displaced?
That's why I was up against the rock for the push.
Let's find out.
Should be 150 damage. Ish.
Minus 85.
Ooh, even less.
165.
165 damage. You are knocked back, but you just get pushed up against the rock. There's no collision damage for this mechanic. Blaze falls unconscious.
Benjamin, nearly dead, turns to Blaze. Come here often.
Strangely,
Yes, that is our line.
It is mine now.
Don't come try
Benjamin
that.
told me about it.
Blaze, you are still targeted with one of the cones. Or would both cones? Where's my thing? Nope, Blaze is still targeted by one of the cones. Do you have an indestructible rainbow heart, Blaze?
Unfortunately, no.
No?
Wait,
Okay, so that means you suffer damage. Are you
Wait.
landing in this cone?
No, I was trying to see if I could get the cone out. I thought they already went, so I guess do the cone? Because even if I land, he's going to still get hit by the cone, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The cone has
Yeah.
3 lives, so.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter. Like that cone will come.
Okay. Okay. I'll just.
You get a death saving throw, Blaze.
What?
2 out of 3, blast. It applies blind and silence, I believe, right? Or is that something else?
Nope. It does.
Nope. Correct.
The only thing is, I have to see if I can change my bonus action or action.
I know. I know. I don't take damage, but do I still take the status effects since I'm in
I'm
it?
checking. I don't think so. Damage suffered by these orbs will apply. Nope. You take no damage, and then Keras is targeted by the other one.
I'm immune to silence.
He's immune to silence, so he is blinded. And suffers 250 damage.
Okay. So Blair, upon seeing 2 of her comrades down, she was holding her action to try and worm breath lightning when she landed, but instead she's going to see if she can use a phoenix down to revive Blaze.
Roll a d20.
Oh, it doesn't work. Oh. It's spun on the fucking 19.
The action will fizzle, which means when your turn begins, you'll land right where you started there, I believe.
Why?
She's still
I
That
still
was
have
a
a
held
reaction.
action.
That was my held action.
Oh, so you still have your reaction. Then we're good. Never
Yeah.
mind. The held action just fizzles then. My bad.
So there's no way I can get Blaze before his turn. I'm gonna try and go.
End of
That's
the round
gonna
has
be
finished
on his-
triggering. It is
Yeah, I'm
Bahamut's turn.
going, but I'm trying to figure out because I don't think his feet are. Is his feet considered engagement?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I just didn't want to be on top of him.
Do you want to be engaged with Blaze? Oh, you are engaged with Blaze. We're fine.
I want to be engaged with Blaze and Bahamut.
No, you are right there.
Okay. The hell is it?
No, Bahamut's turn begins.
So she gets.
You have time to attack him before he repositions.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be lightning, like I had said.
I gotta say, after everything I said to the Pelennor, it's gonna be pretty embarrassing if we just die like this.
So she's going to, as she's coming
I still
down,
liked it.
as she's coming down, she is going to throw her spear into his right eye to try and damage it.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, why didn't it go? Oh, because he's not real.
Yeah. If you have to do it on the combat tracker. It's got me a few times.
Okay. And then with her like nope. Oh, wait. I get to do my my breath too at the same time. But it's just a 50
You have
foot
quick
cone.
strike, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you do.
Comes back.
I
What
was
a
like, wait, come back!
Just like
Come
what an
back!
understanding dragon. Just comes back.
Okay, 56. Okay, sorry, I have like so many of the damage rolls for the. Okay, so with her lightning breath, because it's a round circular thing, since she used blaze, she's going to try and not only hit Bahamut, but kind of disrupt the ground around her to like put cracks in them, cracks in the ground, and in an attempt to kind of break up the rune right here. So like, you know how like lightning forks and stuff, and
Yeah.
like it goes underground, so it would like do little chasms and stuff.
Yeah.
Not big
I got
chasms,
the
but-
anime
Okay.
picture in my head.
Okay,
Don't worry.
okay.
Zap,
That's
zap, zap,
that's
lightning cracking
Yes.
the floor. Yeah, I got it.
yes, that's what she's doing.
Yep.
Oh my god, I almost did it again.
Athletics while you do this.
Athletics, even
Yes.
though it's
Your primary stat is strength.
yeah.
Then you are summoning strength. That's what all your stuff comes from, strength.
Okay.
Ooh, not bad.
I needed a 20.
And you crack and break and crack and break, and you manage to destroy this rune. Where the fuck are my Pelennor runes? There they are. You manage to break this rune, and as you do, a radiation will seep from the rune and apply an ailment to your party.
Oh, great.
You're making this worse.
Yeah, I know.
I told you it was an additional mechanic.
Well, I
Who is
mean,
afflicted with
I
bio.
figured
Oh,
because
I need
I
an-
was here, so.
Immune! Fuck
Hey
you!
man, get that shit off me!
Blair, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. We'll barely
You'll
survive
see,
as
like,
is.
her face will be very stoic, but like a tear will come down, and she'll just silently nod to her brother.
Only if one of us generates enough power to break them all at the same time, but it's not going to happen unless we're lucky.
As you shed that tear and just kind of nod at your brother, and an image will shimmer next to you, and the creature will just kind of tilt its head as it examines you.
Is the dragon an ally?
She'll turn to him, and she'll say, Bahamut is my brother. Bahamut is the king of dragons. He looked after me and the others on Chrysalis. Of course, he is my ally.
I see into your soul. An ally you have never fought with, or bled for until now. In fact, beyond the dragon in your arm, you have not cared a lick for this creature. None of your allies have.
Blair will say, I did not have my memories until my father was untethered from the demons. Once I did, I was seeking my brothers. I found one, and I was trying to track this one. When I
Pelenor's eyes
came-
will blink, almost as if it's in pain for a moment.
Your father stole your memories?
Yes. As he stole my brother's memories.
I suspect mine stole my memories.
She will look to him with sadness and pity. And she will say, then you and I are more alike than we think.
I feel a kinship. I feel a need to put you and your friends to rest.
Blair will look at him and she'll kind of smile. And she'll say, as the geomancer said, everything returns to the dirt. And when it is my time, I allow you to do that. But right now is not my time.
You must be sensing Etro's
Marilyn.
soul.
Marilyn,
Yes. Yes.
point. All
Yes.
you have to do is point.
It's right. It's up there. Marilyn like pulls up and oh, that finger's broken, so he points with a different finger.
God.
It's right there in front of them.
That's
Couple
gross,
feet off the
man.
ground. I'm sorry.
Right about there.
Yeah.
Amon will jump up out of the hut and fire a blast right where Berlin is pointing, which will collide into Pellinor. And you'll see Pellinor's eyes shut in like sheer pain for a moment before Pellinor just slowly turns around and looks at the cliff line. Did I hit it?
Well, you hit it
you
for
hit it.
sure.
Did I hit it?
You will.
What was the plan with that one, big guy?
Experiment?
You will see Benjamin the bird, like with his wings doing a thumbs up with like a sparkle in his eye with the hit, because somehow he can't see it.
It's a pyre reflection, Berlin.
Of course. What's that again?
He'll just blink at you when you say, of course, waiting. And when you say that, he'll just kind of nod to himself. Thought so.
Been a while since I was at the academy, son.
The Lunarian Academy? Pyre reflections only occur when you have sacrificed a portion of your Pyrefly makeup to create an entity.
So is he the result of this, or did he do that?
No. It would mean that if my life was unstable, my son would see pyre reflections of me, would be his body attempting to correct the fact that there is no more connection, to recreate me from nothing. I am certain Bente's relatives have seen him here and there, as he suffers under Zodiark's control, under Zodiark's assault. That creature created you.
As Pellinor looks up at the cliff line and hears Amon, Pellinor will turn quickly to look at Blair. Before shutting its eyes and vanishing.
You're saying that that's part of Zodiark's makeup?
No. I'm saying that the creature that has been tormenting you
It'd be Etro?
is Etro.
That's Etro. Because
Yeah,
we
she
have
created us.
Etro's Pyreflies, or Pyre soul inside of us.
And so all of you are the only ones that can see it.
That makes sense.
So she's
Amon's eyes look shocked as he just kind of stares forward and tries to figure out what this means.
Why the fuck is Etro was scattered? How would...
A more concerning question is why is it serving Zodiark?
Because it has no memories.
Bahamut will flex his wings and fly away.
How did he obtain it, though? That's the thing.
As he flies away, he'll spread his wings and activate Mega Flare.
Oh,
As a
of course,
primary
big
mechanic.
attack. Perfect timing.
As he activates Mega Flare, the arena becomes littered.
Oh, yes. Very well done.
Just kill me now. Bahamut will activate Umbral Gaze. Jizzy. You know what? I'm renaming it. Umbral Stare.
What'd
I'm
you
sick
call
of
me?
this shit.
Why are the gays attacking us, Steph?
They always call it gaze, guys. It's not my fault.
Uh-huh.
FF14 is really, really sexist.
What?
Because they're staring at the
The
gays.
two of you are tethered.
Yes.
What did you say?
The only that's alive.
You talking to me?
Yeah,
you
me
and your brother are tethered.
Yeah. Did you say what'd you say to me? I heard that part.
And Bahamut will activate Umbral Collapse. You guys see little skull
Mm-hmm.
that I just summoned? I'm just gonna put it above his head to show you guys that Umbral Collapse is coming. All right, we're good. End the turn. Oh, also remove one of my crushed souls, please, before I trigger the limit break. Oh, you already did it. Never mind.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, you didn't do it.
That's
Next
funny.
time you don't do it, I trigger the limit break.
That's money. Come on, that's
How can he take it off?
That 20, baby. Come on, Blaze.
Oh.
He dies.
Blaze's
Nice.
fireflies start to scatter as he perishes.
Blaze will start coughing aggressively. It's like, I guess I've cheated more times than I've had lives for. I'm sorry, Lumi. You're going to have to do this on your own this time. I wish you the best. Just don't stop believing
Oh my god.
in her. As he fades away.
I literally thought you were gonna quote Journey.
All right. Sorry, I had to like collect myself. Keras, it's your turn.
We have to do this
What-
for 3?
What is Destiny Powder?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you try to escape.
What do you want to do, Blair?
She'll look at Keras and she'll say, "You need to get Benjamin up. And if we escape,
I can get to him.
he's free to fly around and take out cities and other populations." So, with tears just like coming down her face, she'll grab onto the torn Highwind crest and she'll say, "Kane, I am too weak. We have to kill Bahamut. We are not able to save him. Lend us your aid." And then she'll just look at Keras and she'll say, "If you want to escape, take Benjamin and any of Blaze's pyre souls that you can. Perhaps we can ask Spiritus for one last favor. I shall stay here until Kane arrives."
I'm not going. Benjamin can go. I'll use a Phoenix stat on him.
As Blaze's turn ends, both Keras and Blair will sacrifice 10 mana, 1 ability charge, and 2 primary resource charges. Primary resource, Keras. That does not count your Blaze shards.
Can you
Just
repeat that one more time?
Mana, right?
Just mana. 10 mana.
Mana,
And you,
Ability.
it's 1 ability charge.
like I get to pick, or one
get to
in
pick.
each of my thing. Okay.
No, you get to pick which one.
Phoenix Blood is the big heal, right? It's 250.
The way this ability looks is it literally looks like a little black hole is like hovering between the two of you, drawing the resources out of both of you and just kind of sending them into the abyss.
Can we get a roll on it?
I'm gonna pop the Phoenix Blood onto Benjamin.
Phoenix Blood on Benjamin. Please remove it from your inventory. Benjamin is restored at 250 health.
I gain a failed death save back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blair hearing Keras say that he's going to stay, she will look at him like she's never looked at him before, with like anger and sorrow flashing in her face, and she will do a literal like draconic roar, and in draconic she will say, "Go, Keras, now."
As soon as I pop up, I had my turn before I died, so I have a reaction. Can I use Animancy to evolve Blaze and attempt to save him?
So Blaze's Firefly makeup is already unstable, and his Pyre Soul is already going to the other side. If you attempt to do anything now, you're going to be risking your character. Especially in the middle of an encounter. So, for example, I'll make you roll Animancy, yes, with a very high DC, and I'll make you roll disadvantage.
Can they not just take his Pyre Soul? Like,
It's
clasp
disappearing.
it?
It's disappearing.
No, it belongs to Spiritus. You're trying to wrestle it away from him at this point. That's why I'm warning you.
Yep.
I can't just leave you, Blair. I can't leave Amaterasu. Benjamin can still go.
As you say that, the dragon flying in the skies menacingly above the entire party, the dragon's eyes will flash white for a moment.
Amaterasu is mine, disciple. You poor, decrepit warriors of light. You who have fought my greatest creation. And you who suffer as we speak. Surrender yourselves to the void, and your deaths will be swift.
Blair will just point at Bahamut. Did she do any damage to the right eye?
Yeah, she did. The eyes shut. You know how the eye is
Yeah.
like wounded, so the dragon's like
Yeah.
closing the eye shut.
It's like wincing
bleeding.
it and keeping it like
Yeah.
that. Okay. Blair will point at its good eye because Zodiark is looking through it.
Mm-hmm.
And she will say, You say that we are lost to the void, yet here we stand. Bahamut was not your greatest creation. Bahamut is not even from here. You have manipulated him with the strength of Amaterasu. So if it's anyone's greatest creation, it is Amaterasu's greatest creation.
You assume this creature is still Bahamut. Bahamut is gone, little girl.
And she'll look at him and she'll say, as long as I live and breathe, Bahamut still lives, though his body may be gone and his soul may be gone. His blood lives through me.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's badass. As you speak, Zodiark will make Bahamut's limbs break. Like the extremities of his limbs and his wings will just bend at impossible angles. His chest cavity will burst open and close again. The dragon's claws will be peeled back out of his hands and then placed back in. The veins will be removed from the body before retransmogrifying into the Firefly makeup. As this occurs, you very visibly see Bahamut's eyes start to just kind of pour with tears, like black tears.
He is mine. All mine.
All right.
Berlin will.
Amon's playful nature is completely gone, Berlin. He is literally just kind of staring straight ahead, like traumatized. Obviously feeling whatever the faith inside is feeling that Zodiark is doing to him. Like
Mhm.
the sheer amount of torture and pain that Bahamut is feeling at the moment is it's just unimaginable. And Amon seems to be at least feeling a portion of it and just kind of staring straight ahead with dead eyes.
Seeing Amon's face and seeing the despair of what's happening, you'll see Barrelin's face kind of go from like a kind of just like the neutral expression he's had as he's been watching the fight, and his brow will harden and his eyes will darken, almost like the irises like hardening to stone. As his stern face, he says, "My friends, do not despair. Our mother watches. Show her the conviction of life. Even if we fall, remind her of what it means to be a warrior of light."
As the battlefield just kind of quiets very eerily with everything that has just occurred, I'm going to, unless somebody objects, I'm going to behave as if the role playing that has been going on out of combat, considering right now you guys are headed for a TPK. Which means your best bet is to disengage with Bahamut, which is bad considering it would give him leave to just crush all of you. But as the role playing is taking place, I'm also taking into account that Kane has been summoned. So, if you guys have no objections, I'm going to treat everything as if it has been set out of combat, but you'll have to surrender the like being in combat. So you'll have to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Surrender, essentially.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
I'm surrendering. But so we are gonna attempt to escape since I have Berlin right here with me. And does the Oakwards have a family crest of any kind, like a medallion of or some sort, like something that I can return to Lumi? I will ask that to
That would
Blaze
be
as
that would
he's
be
fading
them.
away.
That's up to Thunder.
I'm asking Blaze this as he's fading, trying to
Okay.
hold them together
Blaze
in
is
my arms. Yeah.
too lost and concerned about thinking about Lumi to respond.
Okay.
Okay, to cover our escape, using his skills of the nature and animals around. Now, using animancy, the Benjamin will summon the the what's left of the fiends that died, and kind of putting Benjamin the bird in charge of them, kind of like making a V out of the spirits to kind of like all of a sudden a huge cloud of fireflies of fiends will kind of make a V and fly at Benjamin, not Benjamin, Bahamut, to kind of right at his face to cover our escape.
Bahamut's doing that as you start to look around and like try to figure out ways to escape. If you wish to try and do that, go ahead and roll Animancy. Bahamut will gather the remaining energy all around him and forge it into a very powerful orb of power. Seems to radiate solar energy. As he does this, he will keep a weathered dragon's eye on all four of you, even the dying Hrothgar at your feet, and will be poised to react should Benjamin attempt anything.
You do not get to escape. You sought this out, and now you will reap what you have sown.
Can I use my connection to Helios and Amaterasu to latch on to all of that excess solar energy and detonate it over him like a flashbang?
You're nowhere near powerful enough to do that. Your Eidolon might be, but it would be putting your Eidolon at risk.
I'll do it.
So much... Really? Okay.
Yep.
So much energy will definitely cost the Eidolon's Faith Circle to become unstable.
I'll do it.
Okay. Does he have
Prayers to the Faith,
invaded
or-
thoughts, or do you have
No.
prayer to the faith?
No, I'm gonna use pyromancy to do it.
Oh, that works too. What's his name again?
Helios.
Helios with a U.
Yeah, Helios.
Where the hell is he? Give me a moment. Oh, there he is. It's like I have pre-beta names for my creations and I forget what they were. Roll your pyromancy.
Can I sacrifice limit break charges to empower it?
Yeah, sure. How many?
8.
I'd say, let's see, +2 plus 8 is +3. Let's say, round it down, +6 modifier.
+6. For Amaterasu. Go, Helios.
As Keras summons Helios, Helios will turn back to look at him and nod. before leaping into the air and attempting to do what Keras said, which is detonate the energy above Bahamut's head. Where's my... One moment. There's a couple of fate die I need to roll now. All right. So Helios jumps forth, just kind of submerging himself in this orb of pure radiation. And as he does so, you'll hear him roar out. And as he does that, the radiation will detonate and explode. As it detonates and explodes, Bahamut will turn around and will immediately use his magic to attempt to erect a nullifying barrier. Use Zodiark's power to nullify energy in an attempt to save himself. Does anyone else want to do something before I roll Bahamut's saving throw?
Yeah. I want to... Am I allowed to use my ice breath? To basically... It's not obviously going to freeze him or the sun, but just cast so much, like, frost and snow that it's kind of like fog, but you know, like when it's super cold and everything, or like you shatter a really big ice thing, it's like big plumes of snow and ice particles go everywhere, so you're basically kind of snow blinded for a second.
Is that what you're attempting to do?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Do you have a charge for it?
Yep.
Consume the charge and roll a strength, an athletics check. If you have physique, you can also replace the athletics check for physique. I'm just reminding you, it is a choice.
Doesn't that oh, we're not in combat though.
No, you're not in combat anymore. It increases the risk of, like, the critical failure will be more intense. The failures in general are usually more intense, but it also allows you to kind of stretch your limits. It's up to you.
What do you guys want?
Push your limits. There's no
Push
holding
my
back against
limits?
Bahamut.
If
you got more juice in the cupboard, put it in there.
I have physique, so hold on, let me. So she'll hold the summon materia that's in her arm of Eldraskir, even though, like, maybe Bahamut and him didn't really know each other, but still, it's your blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's family. So she's going to kind of apologize to Eldraskir. And she's going to look at Bahamut
You
because she
sense acceptance as you gather your strength.
So she sees the tears coming down Bahamut's face. So she knows, regardless of what Zodiark and Pelennor have said, she knows Bahamut is still somewhere in there. He's not completely lost. And she will say, I am sorry, my brother, that our time together ended like this, that we did not get to forge a bond as I had wanted. And she'll just look to see if the dragon kind of recognizes, and if not, she will just anyways continue. And she will say, Amaterasu, this is the last thrill of battle I'm able to give you in this fight. Seek me out. Feel me. Tether yourself to me. Use me and my Firefly to come out of there. And she will, like, shoot her breath towards that the part in the chest that she had used Gaybolg earlier in an attempt to kind of forge that connection with her and dissipate the ice around Bahamut's eyes so he can't see where we are.
All right. Athletics check of some sort.
Busy. Ah, damn it.
As you yell out, Bahamut will turn around for a moment and roar at you in defiance. Obviously, not coming from Bahamut itself, coming from the creature that is taking hold of his mind. Your blizzard will emerge and will pelt the dragon all over its body, primarily targeting its chest and its eyes. I'm going to roll his saving throw, and I'm going to do it keeping in mind that Blair is distracting him.
So it's Zodiark staring at us, right?
Mhm.
Lol. Bahamut has rolled a critical failure.
Fuck yes.
Yep, here's the one.
I've
I
lashed.
I rolled with disadvantage. I dropped a 19. So that would have been a pretty intense save, considering the values are tripled if they are above 16. So Bahamut would have been pretty fucking strong. So currently, as he turns to try and stop Helios from entering the orb and detonating it, he'll turn around as Blair challenges him and roar at her. And as he roars at her, the ice will just come forth and pelt him. And as it does, Blair, you'll feel the materia in your arm just kind of start to glow and feed you power. And as you breathe all of this frost and ice energy into Bahamut, a surge of power will just kind of go through you, and the rest of your allies behind you will see an after image of Eldraskir just kind of breathing alongside you. As Eldraskir breathes his energy forth, all of this assault will consume Bahamut, and he will be unable to turn around to the point where his arms, his chest, and his wings will become frozen as you fire this barrage of frost at him, allowing Helios to look at his master one last time and nod to Keras out of respect, as his faith circle is consumed and he destroys Bahamut.
Keras just in tears. I'm so sorry, Helios.
Bahamut is consumed in what looks like a sun. As it burns his scales, it obviously melts the ice. Burns his scales, liquefies the crystal that was sticking out of him. His wings become disintegrated. The body that just kind of falls to the floor with pyreflies just kind of shooting out of it has no wings. The wings are two lifeless, dead nubs that are burnt to a crisp. As the dragon raises its head weakly and stares defiantly at the Warriors of Light. Okay, we can remove the breath, Blair. The dragon will fall to the ground, like I said. His entire body completely burned to a crisp. One glowing bright eye stares at you as the dragon raises a claw defiantly and very weakly tries to just kind of reach for you.
When you say it glows brightly, it's glowing milky white.
Yeah, he's still controlled by.
So that's what I was gonna ask. As the dragon becomes a husk and no longer useful to Zodiark, do we see Zodiark's influence leave him?
For a moment, Zodiark will reach out, and then realization will hit the primordial, and the eye will stare defiantly at Blair and at Keras.
I will make certain she suffers for this. Mark my words.
And the energy will just kind of dissipate into the cosmos, leaving behind Bahamut, who is now burnt completely to a crisp, who rolls over, wincing as he just kind of lands on the two missing limbs that were his wings. Bahamut will spread his arms, the only two limbs remaining. His legs actually mostly charred off. He'll stare up at the heavens, and you'll see the dragon still in its twisted form, just kind of smile to himself.
Once Zodiark kind of like is talking and is about to leave, Blair rushes to just hold her brother's hand.
You're freed. You guys can move.
So she will
You know what?
rush
I'll stay with Blaze.
and she will hold him and just kind of like stroke his face, and she'll just cry and just apologize.
I'll put my arm on Blair and just kind of rest it on her shoulder.
Who is that? Who comes to my side in the final hour?
Blair will just say, "It is I, brother. I will not let you go alone, like you have been."
Long lost sister.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to do that.
I blame no one. I go to my sleep now. A dreamless sleep.
You were the most noble and brave dragon that has ever existed. Thank you for everything you've done.
As Bahamut is fading away, he'll turn to you as you say that, and the creature will smile and scoff. As obviously doesn't believe your statement. And as he scoffs, the last of the breath inside him will just kind of escape. His eyes will go dead, and his faith circle will be extinguished forever.
As that happens, Blair will just whisper, "You will live on through me."
And I reach out to my connection to Amaterasu. As he fades away.
As the dragon fades away, a burst of light will just kind of emerge from him. And as the burst of light emerges from him, it'll just disappear and dissipate into the cosmos.
Does it look like it got sucked up into the cosmos, or can I try
No, it went of its own will into the cosmos. It wasn't taken by anything.
So she doesn't want her sister to
Um,
also be.
While Blair and Keras went up, Benjamin will take Blaze to his arms, looking at him, saying, if his brother was here, this wouldn't have happened. He wasn't strong enough. The silliness and the madness, in a sense, has left his eyes and full of focus right now, staring at Blaze. I couldn't save you, but at least I can send you where your ancestors freely roam, where other Farseers are, and you can be with your family without the hunting of Zuldarians or anyone else. One of the things Animancy says is it's also used to perform sendings.
yes.
So I would like to use that to leave no regret behind and take whatever regret was left in Blaze's heart into myself, and as tears roll, send them to his ancestors.
All right. Roll animancy. We could also use the value you rolled earlier, right? We didn't use that?
No, it's a 32.
Let's roll, or let's use it rather. Very, very delicately. As the corruption seeps in all around and threatens to take Blaze Zodiark's corruption. You use your animancy and you perform a sending, a Novan sending, and return Blaze to the Farseer plane, safe from Zodiark's grasp.
Blaze like that.
Blaze like that. An eeriness just kind of falls onto the battlefield as your two allies in the rafters just kind of leave the hut and hobble over to you. You can move now, Barrelin.
Yep.
There's a lot of residual energy. You have released Amaterasu.
She went to the cosmos or something.
She returns to her celestial body. She will recover. If you wish to commune with her, I can help you do so another time once you have rested.
Thank you.
I dare say Zodiark will stay away from the sun for a while. I imagine her fury burns brightly.
One more.
I remember Amaterasu, or at least the woman that created her, and I can tell you from experience that she is not one to forgive and forget. I feel a small pang of sympathy for Zodiac. Fleeting. Probably not even there to begin with, but I feel it. Is there any way I can help you with what a little remains of my piddly ass magic? I hope your allies are faring better up in the tower. X-Death is not to be taken lightly.
Or the weaker versions of them. I think they
I
can
see.
handle themselves.
Do you think he regretted his long sleep, Blair, in his final moments?
So Blair is, how do you say it? Like she's on all fours basically with like her gauntlets, like with the nails, the sharp points just dug into the dirt. Just crying. And she will look at him and she'll say, he was lost for most of his time on the Twin Jewels. I believe he rests peacefully now.
It seems the songs of dragons are always woven in tragedy. Oh, perhaps that is not true of all dragons.
And as he says that, he'll just kind of motion to the materia glowing in your arm.
Do not despair. I have lived a long time, and this battle is the first time I witnessed valor of this level.
I hope it's worth it.
She'll say, it was a hard-fought battle, and I feel, although we did win Green Amaterasu, we lost greatly. And I do not know if I can say that this valor was in the battle. And she'll kind of like hang her head in shame.
He was the best of us.
No, my dear. Chin up.
You have bigger problems to address. Even if we do not take into account X-Death, your Firefly makeups are at risk.
What do you mean?
You're witnessing reflections. If this continues, and this Pelennor really is aligned or allied with their father, then it could open a weakness in whatever immunity has been protecting you.
That's literally what he fucking does. It's just attack weakness.
Has he ever spoken to Zodiark directly?
I don't think so.
I shouldn't say he, it, she. It's very hard to tell.
Sounds like a man. Who knows if it is? They don't really have gender.
The word Pelennor is actually Lunarian for echo. That's quite appropriate, wouldn't you say? Some remnant of your goddess's consciousness, gathered up by Zodiark as he was summoned forth. Who else but her father would be able to recreate her? Perhaps the fireflies that make up all of you reached out to him. You can use this as an advantage. A reflection can be used to reforge the person that created it.
You think we could remake Etro?
Not the Eidolon, the person.
The person. Yeah.
Yes. Although it would require a lot from all of you. Of course, there is another option.
What?
As he speaks, he'll reach up with one of his hands and summon a flame.
Have you ever heard of a lunar tomb?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That would be a very easy way to rid ourselves of Pelennor.
You think he's susceptible to them?
Ha! It is a reflection. It's barely an Eidolon. If you wish it, I will teach you how to do one or the other. But choose wisely. Whatever you decide cannot be undone. A reflection is fleeting. It is a miracle of nature, of the rift.
What do you think will hurt him more? If we bring back his daughter or if we destroy her?
I doubt he's even aware of her presence.
So then let's make her.
Well, you speak as if I could just gather some ingredients. Here's a list.
Get
Wait,
to
You
work.
just kind of
Chop,
reach into his
chop.
pocket and shove a list in your hands, Keras.
You are lucky that I was almost on the convocation. I swear that test is racist.
Aren't you all Lenarian?
Let's not think about it too thoroughly. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The test is biased. Bias is the word.
I assume at the top of that list is the Crystal of Light.
Actually,
He'll motion to the list, just kind of motioning for Keras to show it to you.
Do I see the fire crystal, the light crystal, the dark crystal? Oh,
The first 8 ingredients are Fabulanova crystals.
there you fucking go. 8?
I love how I took one.
How many?
Yeah.
6 elements and light and dark.
Got him.
4 elements in light and dark.
Fire, ice. Oh, right, because ice and water are like the same thing, aren't
I
they?
misspoke. 7 crystals, not 8.
Okay.
What's the 7th crystal?
The
The
cosmic.
cosmic crystal.
Fuck.
We know where it is.
Yeah, but
Pieces of it.
We have to rip them out of the Eidolons that have them.
or you could fuse the Eidolons that have them and then take it nicely from him.
We still have to kick their ass to move them, considering who has them.
I mean, look at how good you are at kicking ass.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked, that's for damn sure.
At least you saved Benjamin. That's something.
Blair will step forward towards Amon, and she will say, "May I speak to your sire?"
Not if you're going to ask what I think you're going to ask.
Say,
I don't mean to stand in your way, O warrior of light, but Spiritus does not grant favors.
she'll look at him and she'll say, "It is not a favor. It will be an exchange.
In exchange for what?
A life for a life.
No,
Is
Blair,
that not what it is?
He wouldn't want that. Don't
Which
even try.
life?
My life. I was the one who led Blaze to this.
Blaze would not choose to switch with you. If you're given the choice, he would never take it, and you know that.
If you do this, he'll just kind of ignore Keras as he's speaking and just talk. If you choose to do this, you place a greater burden on the man that you are bringing back than the burden you face as a warrior who lost a friend in battle. I will bring the argument forth to him if you ask me to, but I do not guarantee he'll accept it, and again, you are placing a great burden on your friend. That in itself sort of negates the selfless act of killing yourself.
Then she'll kind of nod and she will walk over to where like Blaze's blood splatter is. She'll slice her arm with the storm whisker. So it's bleeding, and she'll scoop up like the blood from Blaze, like where Blaze was, and she will like put it into her and then use. Can I use? Where is that? Wait, where is it? Could she use a Y potion to just like kind of close up the wound? So basically, she's trying to have Blaze's blood kind of flow through her. I know it's not like going to actually, but she wants it symbolically. Blaze is now a part of her.
Okay.
And will live through her, just like she said Bahamut will. But she
Go
wants
ahead.
to take his essence
That's a
and do
very
that.
it's a very Valkyrie of you.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah, a Y potion will close up the wound.
Okay. So I'll just say -1 onto there. And that. Do you want me to roll the Y potion, or I can just do that? And
No, you
we
can
don't have
just
to roll?
consume it and we don't have to do
Okay.
anything.
Okay. It's consumed.
Very well then. Let us hope the dragon that we have felled today rests in peace. And now, the rest is up to your allies.
And Amon will
Benjamin-
stare up at the citadel, the remains of the citadel. Yes, Benjamin?
Benjamin will grab his staff from the very bottom, since Amon is so much taller than him, and he will like shake it in front of his face.
As
To get
he
his
looks up,
attention.
he'll just kind of like have a sweat drop just kind of appear behind him.
I was trying to look up at the citadel dramatically. Can I
Yep.
help you, Master Shaman?
Drop the master. I can't even look at Benjamin in the face right now.
Are you
Fran-
Benjamin?
Clearly.
They're all fucking Benjamin.
You shush over there.
Benjamin brought us berries.
He's also
could have done-
Benjamin.
You should have
It
met the
was
other Benjamin.
majestic.
He would have crushed a lot of the berries, but he was really good at bringing berries. It was more berry juice, but he was the best of the Wolfmeisters. One of the best Benjamins I ever met. He's a rabbit somewhere now.
I
Or-
thought she was a squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yes. Squirrel. At least that's what you told me the first time.
Yes, it changes with time. That's how my animancy works. It's kind of like my mood. But mood
So it changes from squirrel to rabbit.
sometimes.
Are there any other animals in there?
A goldfish, but since it's on the ground, it's hard.
That seems a little fucked up.
But more importantly, you see, we the blow up thing with the Nova and everything. We just came back. Clearly, not right now at least, ready to face Zodiark. I am done just being the band-aid to dragoons or assistance to geomancers in fixing very abby people.
I think he's talking about you, Keras.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I would ask you, point me in the direction that I can take the steps to at least lessen Zodiark's influence in this world. Tell me, should I go north, south, east, west? My winds will carry me, and my allies with me, and I will see to it that my partners, my allies, my Benjamins will live.
Dollar bills?
Yes.
I am so confused. As far as diminishing Zodiark's influence in the world, we will see if your allies succeed in defeating one of his commanders. If so, then I can point you where we have sensed his radiation accumulating. There are certain caverns that belong to a primordial, an ally of my sire. They require cleansing, and since you are aligned to the wilderness, perhaps it would be in your best interest to aid Abaddon. If not, there are other areas in which his influence has taken hold slowly. But, as I said, we will wait to see if your allies succeed in defeating, destroying, killing, murdering Exdeath.
Then I
Because
shall.
if they fail and Exdeath escapes, then I would suggest hunting him down would be the primary task, at least to lessen Zodiark's influence on Nova. Most of his attentions seem to be directed towards Nova. It could be because Wisp naturally counters his radiation, or it could just be because he holds Ophiuchus, and this planet is much more vulnerable to his influence as a result. Especially with the Matarasu released, he will be desperate to completely control Ophiuchus in order to make up for the deficiency in power that she offered him. Any one of the following that I have just said would be helpful. But
And I shall.
alas, for now, we wait.
As they're finishing, Blair just wants to ask one last thing as she like pats her brother on the shoulder as she's walking back towards Amon, and she'll say, I just ask one last favor before we part to rest. Could you ask your sire to allow the brother, Lumi, to say his final farewell to Blaze in the far plane?
That seems like something you can ask yourself. Do you not have allies that are sire to him?
We do, but they are both in the tower fighting Exdeath at the moment.
Blaze is at peace. His soul is not going anywhere. Ask of your companions, and I'm sure Spiritus will oblige.
And Blair will just stare quizzically at Amon and say, Are you not sire to him?
I am. Your point?
And she'll say, Instead of waiting, why not allow the brother to grieve peacefully instead of having to wait a longer time to say his final farewell?
He'll furrow his brow. What brother? There is no brother here.
can Spiritus, the almighty primordial being of death, not just take Lumi to the far plane instantly or bring the far plane to Lumi wherever he is?
I feel you are under a misconception, Warrior of Light. The Primordials serve no one. They respect the Warriors of Light because of the entity that created you. But he is under no obligation to aid you in your many quarrels.
I understand that. It was just a favor that I had wanted to ask of him.
And I am certain he will oblige if you ask him on your own. But I am sure that being requested from a messenger will only serve to insult Spiritus, or at the very least, cause him to dismiss it. But if he is faced with your conviction, chances are he will adhere to your request. Or the conviction of your allies. I'm sure whoever else is sired to him would be much more convincing than I. Besides, there are still things I must do here before I return to Zoldad, even though I am a walking corpse at the moment. And with that, he'll turn and look to the north for a moment. His eyes just kind of glazing over the tower dramatically, like he wanted to do in the first place. Send me your votes for MVP.